Okay. Hey, y'all. How are you? How is everybody? Okay, Crowllies. This is your pop-up live stream reading and energy check-in. I tapped into your guys' energy, and so your topic is what is holding your what's holding you back? What's holding you back from your blessings? Okay. So that topic is significant for you guys right now as a collective. So you guys may need some insight, some details. Okay. So take what resonates always. Let's see. First and foremost, I want to like kind of check in with your energy and see where you are right now. Okay, so show me their energy currently. Show me their energy currently. Oh, this is actually good. 10 of Cups. All right. So this is like family vibes, happy, chill, not stressed, not overly emotional. If anything, this is like feeling very content. Okay. What else? This is also like feeling more fulfilled than usual. We have the Eight of Swords. And so, in comparison to feeling like you either don't deserve having that sense of feeling, sense of familiarity, sense of comfort for long periods of time. So it's almost like I can only have this really nice euphoric feeling for a little while. Okay. But I'm seeing like that could be a part of the blockage, okay? Or what's holding you back. Let's see. Remember, the swords are the mind. The swords are your thoughts. The swords are the conversations you entertain, the things that you allow yourself to listen to, the content that you engage with, whether it's motivating you, inspiring you to push and persevere to become the person that you're trying to manifest to become or become in alignment with, or it's just like this energy of facing that limitation through love, okay? Which is interesting. It's like emotions would persevere. So after everything is said and done, basically after everything is said and done, after you this is like intrusive thoughts, after you had so many different thoughts come up to your head that could be pessimistic or excessive, then what's just left is the emotion. And emotions don't lie. So it's almost like, yeah, you could be, overthinking, but at the end of the day, go back down to like how you're feeling on the day to day. Does this feel good? Do you feel satisfied? Is this something that you want to familiarize yourself with? Okay. Or is this like holding you back from what you desire? And this is what you desire, but you feel like you can't have it, or you're getting in your own way. Because this can also be like self sabotaging, by like gaslighting yourself. Okay. You have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so to be honest, your energy gives me you're switching around like how you're operating. Um, and it's because you feel more satisfied. It's because you either have more family around you, or you feel like you have a community around you, you have more emotional support, and or you feel more emotionally fulfilled to the point of being able to assess where your limitations are, where your restrictions are, where you feel stuck or emotionally stagnant, or um, emotionally absent. Okay, that's interesting that they said emotionally absent. This is a collective spread, my love. All right, something about 3 days could be significant for you guys. Some of you guys could be traveling, and or you have the idea to pop up, like, oh, I want to travel, or I want to go somewhere I haven't been to before, and this is popping up for a reason. But it's the very thing that comes either right before or like right after the idea that shuts it down. Okay. And then you might need to change that. And then there's something in regards to, you may need to learn how to defend. I'm hearing defend your honor. Only allow certain people to have access to you. Okay. Like when, and I'm just giving an example, when like someone may be ill, someone may be sick, there's only certain people that can come over to the home, and or when a baby is going to be born, or when a baby comes home, there's only a certain amount of people that can be around the child. It's almost like that. It's almost like limited access, right? Limited access to you is going to provide this type of emotional security. It's very protective. This is the way that you could defend whatever's going on in your home, whatever's going on in your heart space, your something about family as well. Okay. There's also something about like someone could be operating out of a defensive nature. And because they're operating out of that defensive nature, they're doing the opposite than healing. It's almost like they're avoiding the healing. And so presently, they're not healing. And so this could be you or someone that could be impacting you. Okay. And that could be holding back your blessings. What's going on? For some of you guys, it could be something to do with like family dynamics. Okay. All right. Hold on, y'all. Jeez. I'm going to have to grab them. Hold on. We have Akashic record reading. So some of you guys may need an Akashic record reading. We have the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups. And what is this? Sorry, y'all. It was a lot. It was a lot of different cards that just came out. Okay, so the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups. Email communication. And these came out in the reverse. There could be a delay in regards to documentation. So this could be like something in the mail or an email. An official document could be anything to do with the government, anything to do with something being certified. Okay. Or this could be a physical letter. The Ace of Wands could also be like a notification. So this is the delay of something. Like something gets backtracked, something doesn't get sent the time that it was supposed to be sent. So it doesn't arrive the day that it's supposed to arrive. It arrives a day late. You're going to get insight, and this is for very, very few of you. You're going to get insight in regards to someone that was trying to get rid of evidence in regards to whom they were paying and or convincing to do some sort of spell work, incantation work, practice, ritual work, whatever the fuck you want to call it, on you. Because this person, they they wanted to mess up some sort of communication for you. And I'm trying to figure out what this is. And then we have banishing work needed in the reverse. So you don't need to banish this energy. The energy is going to be dealt with. That's actually not what's holding you back, but it is a factor here of your energy. Then we have someone's not compatible with your energy, your vibration. Okay. We have Reiki healing. Leave him alone. Let him lay down. Someone has to go to their altar. Someone has to start working on their altar again. Because I'm seeing burning incense at the altar. Or someone has to start burning incense again. Okay. This is interesting. I am going to put to the side this Akashic record reading thing so that I could remember to record that reading for you guys. Hold on. All right, that was the first set of messages. Let's see what the heck is going on here. That's just tapping into your energy, the little things that your ancestors wanted to check on you with. All right, let's go for this one. Your messages. Oh, harvesting your energy. Take your energy back. What the fuck is harvesting your energy? Your energy. You're under complete protection. No physical harm to you, your home, or your family, so you don't have to worry about that. If someone's trying to harvest your energy, who has a business, an online business, an e-commerce, an online platform, or maybe you do business online. You have a license here, degree, certification, official documentation. Again, with the official documentation. Okay, so make sure this is not the time for y'all to be slipping in regards to trademarking, copyrights. Making sure you have a lawyer look over any contract. Because harvesting energy gives like someone's trying to get a cut. I want a cut, right? So protect your creations, whatever that may be. Okay. For some of you guys, this is business. For others of you, this is just like your actual position, like your stuff, whatever it may be. Are you guys, how often do you cleanse? Like, how often do you cleanse yourself versus how often do you cleanse your house versus how often do you cleanse your bedroom? And do you notice a difference when you don't cleanse your house a lot? What happens versus when you don't cleanse yourself a lot? What happens? And I'm only saying this because the deck is really heavy. And when you start doing readings, whatever divination tool you use is a reflection of whom you're reading. And your energy is really heavy. Heavy. But if I go and I start to cleanse it and I cleanse the space, and it's funny because now I just looked down and I saw the message, cleanse your home or your room, okay? For some of you guys, it could be the space in which you could be watching me from. right? Where's your evil eye jewelry? Cleanse your vehicle. Okay. This should have been done before Mercury retrograde went into direct energy, but it may need to be done. All right. This may be a reminder, a refresher, like, hey, remember what you got to do. There's something that needs to come to light here. Yeah, some of you guys may need to balance your energy. Your energy centers may be out of whack, your chakras. Some of you guys may have felt it, but you just don't know what chakra it is. You may need a clearing. Okay. Right here. Okay, let's try again. Energy's reset. Should be better. Yeah. And these are the ancestor messages, by the way. Okay. Reiki came out again. Somebody may need to do a love reading. Okay, you may need to get a personal. And this is how you know it's you. If you are trying to sustain a relationship and you want to continue to work on it, but you just need insight on how to like build the communication, you need a reading. If you literally have less than 5 questions, so I would say like you have just 3 questions, and they're very specific questions that you have in regards to your love life, you need a personal reading. Because I just feel like those general messages, they're gonna walk around and tap dance around the topic, but not actually give you what you want, right? And then again, also it's a general message, so you need to get it a little bit more tailored to you and personalized to you. And then for somebody, this has something to do with a future connection, and I don't know what they mean by like a future connection. I don't know if that means that like you guys are not dating yet, or you haven't met them yet, or like you met them, but there's no romantic thing happening yet. I'm not sure exactly what that is. You would know. Okay. So if that's your confirmation, you need an in-depth love reading. Okay. For those of you that need Reiki healing, you have already done some sort of energetic work on your spirit, on your body, and there is something happening that's causing some sort of release. So pay attention to some sort of like physical signs. For some of you guys, you can be experiencing some sort of confusion, is what your ancestors is talking about. This feels like some sort of energy that was either projected towards you, pushed towards you directly and or indirectly. Okay. But it is causing some sort of confusion. It is reflected as confusion magic, but it is very rare and scarce for a large group of people to be experiencing being casted upon, right? Especially in the same manner. So that being said, this just feels like an energy that was either pushed or sent towards your direction. All right. And this is like I'm seeing something about like you remaining being unaware about something. Okay. We have ancestors approve some sort of offering that you may have presented to them. Okay. 1 second, because we have a whole bunch of cards that fell down. And I really hate when they do this, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. Bam. Here it is. Spiritual bath. It worked. Oh, it worked. All right. All stagnant and lower vibrational entities have been removed. So, who has done a spiritual bath? Okay. Who has done some sort of ancestor veneration, spiritual offering? Sometimes offerings could just be lighting incense and lighting a white candle. You know, putting a cigar there, spraying some cologne. You know, leaving some bread and some coffee. All right, spiritual healing. Again, going back with like, there's something that's I'm picking up, like, you know how some people experience gum getting stuck in their hair. Okay, this may trigger somebody. But it's like that energy is like you're like releasing something that's like gum. It was really, really stuck. Okay, stuck on you, or you were stuck on it. Okay. Yeah, now we have beware of binding energies. Now, again, going back to, I don't always want to go ahead and say that it's spell work, because binding energy could also be like what you feel tied to, what you feel obligated to, what you feel that you are so bound into, so wrapped into, so wrapped up in that like you can't get out, right? So think about that for a second. Where you start to, again, that Eight of Swords energy, where you start to think like, wow, you know, this Eight of Swords is you putting yourself there. Okay, Eight of Swords is like you're the one that decided to sit down and think all the thoughts. Okay, no one made you think the thoughts, but you are putting yourself in a scenario where you're thinking the thoughts, right? And usually we call this the intrusive thoughts, right? Or the shadow coming to play. And in some spiritual practices, some people would say the devil's at play, right? And so, from what I'm seeing here, is something was affecting your mind and your heart space. And so that's again going back to, you may need to realign, rebalance, and or work on opening up certain chakra centers. Okay, this could have been love related. When I say love related, this is like romantic, intimate, deep emotions. Okay. For very few, like I said, could be love work. All right, could be binding work. If you feel that it's that and you need a confirmation, get a personal reading. Okay. If you feel something is being impacted in your love life and you don't know what it is, and you don't know if it's just, oh, well, I just need an egg cleanse and I'm fine, or I just need to do some more protection work, or maybe I need to stop, venting to certain people, right? Because sometimes it doesn't have to be as bad as like someone put you in a jar and someone, buried you in the ground in the grave or something like that. But it could be the fact that these people do have the potential to do these things. And this is why it comes up in the readings. Okay, so for some of you guys, it's like things that have already happened. Again, going back to what the topic is, what is holding you back from your blessings. This is what we're discussing. So for some of you guys, you're going to have to kind of like replay this back a little bit to kind of like remember, right? Because as I'm channeling, you guys are probably like, like, whoa, what's happening right now, right? But there is a spiritual bath that has worked, meaning you have, like, you already, whatever was holding you back, it's not holding you back anymore. But this is like a recap. There you go. This is your recap of what happened in the previous episode of your life, in the previous chapter of your life, before we go to actually accessing your blessings. Okay, so now that we have that in check, You know that you've been doing healing work. You know that you've been doing energy work. You know that you've been doing some sort of spiritual work, because why wouldn't you be here at this time getting this message if you haven't? Okay. So, that being said, you have shifted into the energy of working with ancestors, ancestor veneration, and or doing some sort of spiritual offering work, okay? Doing some sort of spiritual cleansing work or spiritual bath work, okay? Um, I'm seeing something here in regards to your ancestors giving you their blessing, and they want you to accept this with gratitude. And they're offering something in regards to family commitment to you, a long lasting, long term commitment. Characteristics of responsible, dedicated, devotion. I'm hearing devotion, dedication will be seen and sustained. Continue doing the work. So you have to keep doing what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. What you doing? Time to soak in the spiritual bath to remove and or break off any types of spells or energies that could be affecting you. You can light a candle and or sit in a bath. For those of you that need further instructions, you can do um, anything with like curse breaker oil. Okay. So curse breaker oil would be either, if someone was casting on you, and or it could have just been evil eye um, that was left there to become too potent to the point of it becoming curse like. So hiding like as if it was a curse, but it's not. So it's like, for example, all right, this is like you let the dishes pile up, and the water is there, and it gets really hot, and then now there's like little gnats, little fruit flies, and you're like, oh my god, right? That's right. But now we're talking about like spiritually. Spiritually, you haven't done some sort of evil eye protection work or a cleanse or as often of cleanses. That's probably why I asked y'all how often, what do you feel in the patterns, how often you cleanse yourself, what happens to you when you're cleansing versus when you're like, oh no, I'm gonna fall off or whatever, you can't get the stuff for whatever reason, or you low on the stuff, meaning like the spiritual, herbs and oils and things of that nature. And so like you kind of slack off, and what happens, like what changes in your reality, what changes in your relationships, what changes in your money, what changes in like your environment, right? Like what is that? Because that's like signs of how it's holding you back, right? Ooh, money, money, money. You need to ask your ancestor clearly what you want. And you need to protect yourself from people that like to fuck up your opportunities. That's what I heard. A hexer of all better circumstances that is two-faced. Someone that will sit here and applaud you while you're receiving the award. And then as soon as you go to the next room, to the VIP section or something like that, when you leave, and you're getting your picture taken and stuff like that, it's that type of energy where like people are giving you your flowers, they're recognizing what you're doing and things of that nature. they turn around and they, say spiteful things. Okay, it's like that type of energy. You have beware of a clout chaser, and so you have to protect yourself. This is where the evil eye energy is coming from, and the stagnation was coming from. That was holding you back from your blessings, and so a lot of your blessings were rerouted. And so if like when I give you guys, analogies, right, of what could be coming next, it's just like this energy of, again, this is a recap of what has already happened. There has been a lot of blessings that have been rerouted, and when you're driving and you get the GPS reroute, what happens to the time lapses, correct? The time lapses to become longer for you to go to get that. However, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get to your destination. That just means it's going to take longer for you to get it. So whatever you thought was holding you back from your blessings is actually being washed off of you through a spiritual bath, because it's assisting you, and or through the assistance of a spiritual candle working, some sort of offering that you're doing with your ancestors, and things of that nature, right? Because this is where that confusion was coming from. That confusion was coming from these other energies. Okay. Pay attention to, and this is just for the future, so that way you don't get yourself into this situation again. So pay attention to when you're dealing with clout chasers, and I'm not just talking about materialism, and I'm not talking about just the mundane. I'm talking about the spiritual. When you deal with clout chasers, these are the type of people that they decide to do foolish things around you, in front of you, and or behind your back. Okay, for the purpose of recognition, for the purpose of the fact that someone's saying their name, for the purpose of the fact that they are the topic of discussion. Okay, whether it's something positive or negative, they're always going to want to be in the limelight, even especially with this, like the foolish energy, right? And so oftentimes when you are going to step into a new chapter, you then see a lot of signs and synchronicities and behaviors of people that are cloud chasers, that have cloud chasing energies around them, that they end up revealing that they're the fool, right? But you have to protect yourself from those cloud chasers. Okay, I'm also seeing like this energy of like, you also have to be wary of because this energy could also be a little dangerous depending on where people are emotionally and their emotional maturity levels. Okay, because I'm also seeing this energy of like, you also have seen patterns of people doing dangerous things to keep people's attention. So this would be like doing drugs to the point of needing help, right? This will be like causing a scene in a fight, so that way everybody has to turn around and look, right? This is like doing something to the extremes of someone having to come in and mediate, someone having to come in and step in and say something, right? So this is like an intervention, a mediation, what is that called? Oh yeah, that would be considered an intervention, right? When you come in and everybody tells, hey, like this is how we feel, how things have been going on, and we don't know what's going on with you, and we care about you. I think that's an intervention, right? Um, I'm also seeing like the energies of, because I feel like you guys have dealt with this, but with many different type of energies in people's in relationships, right? The other thing that I'm seeing here with the cloud chaser energy, the last thing that I'm seeing is leveraging based off of proximity. So leveraging based off of proximity, like how close they can get to you, or how, like again, opportunist, like how close they can get to an opportunity, and or close that they can get to somebody else through you. Okay, or connections with famous people, with well-known people, with people that have pull, with people that have recognition, with people that can make things happen, and or make something happen for them in particular that's going to benefit them. Again, well-known people, And this happens a lot when someone's coming to fame or someone's coming to the spotlight. So it's like giving this energy again, this brand new energy for you, brand new chapter, and then you see what's holding you back. This is everything that's holding you back. These are the people that are holding you back. The same people that will try to like, oh well, since you know, oh, since you're doing that and you're starting this business, can you do this for me? Okay. Like where do you think that I have, if you know that I'm doing this, do you really think I have time to do it for you for free? You get what I'm saying? Especially if it's a business, especially if it's something that, you know, I'm creating. Maybe it's a brand, maybe it's a project, maybe it's a get together, maybe it's a vacation idea and somebody's not coming up with any type of money. Maybe you're planning on, you know, this is something in your vision board, in your money manifestation book or something like that, and like something's just not adding up, right? So continue to do the work, continue to do the healing work, because the more the I'm hearing you're only stronger than your weakness. And so your weakness would be your shadow attribute. Your shadow attribute is actually what's attracting the people around you. That's what I'm hearing. And then we have authority. Okay. Let's see what else. What other messages do they have? What other messages? I do feel like I don't think that you are someone that is manipulated by anyone else. I don't see any spiritual energies manipulating you and or influencing you of any sort. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Again, like I said, you guys are protected. You're under complete protection. I do see somebody here following you on social media. Like somebody feels like you are in the limelight, okay? Or that you're really popular, or you're very well known, or that you will be, okay? This feels like opinions. These are opinions, they don't have to be facts. Someone feels like you've undergone some sort of glow up, okay? Okay, this looks like a fake page. So this looks like a second page or a third page that someone has. All right. You know what I'm also seeing? Be wary of like X and stuff like that. Now I know Mercury went back into direct, probably like a few days ago or something like that. But you know what is that? The post shadow period. There could be some energies of X's or something like that lingering about. You got to remember what Mercury does when it goes in retrograde. It slows things down so that way we can really sit there and reflect on what we are and we're not willing to tolerate anymore when it comes to talking to people. That's it. And so a lot of times, you know, spiritual people chalk it up to like, oh, it's always an excellent come back around, but sometimes it's a job. Sometimes it's a job that you don't even want no more. Sometimes it's an old coworker that's coming around and be like, oh my God, we would do so great if you just come back around. You know, like, oh, we miss you so much. And it's like, yeah, you know, there's a reason I'm not there anymore, you know? Or there's a reason why, you know, the relationship didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? So just remember that when this energy, this is the energy that's holding you back, right? When this energy comes around, they're trying to make you literally trip before you get access to your blessing. Do you understand? And so you self-destructing by overthinking, oh wow, you know, am I really supposed to take this relationship back? Are they really supposed to be, you know, more than a friend? Are they really supposed to be my friend again? Am I really supposed to take this job opportunity, right? Or for some of you guys, it could be the opposite. It's like, I'm really sick of this freaking thing. I'm really sick of this, job, this relationship and how they treat me and stuff like that. But in reality, it's just highlighting what you're not tolerating anymore. Where you need to establish boundaries, where your weaknesses are when it comes to communication. Right? Oh, they closed it. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah. Well, and then, for some of you, not all of you, and mostly those of you that, you have a history of like witchy things in the family, and or, you are in the field of witchy things. And so it just comes with the territory. There will be some sort of black magic that may be casted, thrown towards you. And it's about knowing what to do before, not as it's happening, right? So always having that curse breaker oil on hand, always having that protection from enemies on hand, always having Archangel Michael oil on hand, always having, what is that? Crown of Success oil on hand. Always being able to like, okay, you don't have those oils, you have to make it yourself, whatever. Having a carrier oil, and putting your intentions into it, speaking the intentions. This is what you're going to do for me. I activate you and empower you and charge you to do ... And then you tell it, you command it to do that for you. And then you infuse it with whatever else you want to use. And, based off of that, you'll make whatever type of infusion you need. Okay? But, is anything currently holding you back from your blessings? No. So let's see what your blessings are. And, how quickly they're coming in. We have finances keep growing. 5 days could be significant. All right. Yeah, that devil energy is a bitch when it comes to you guys. And it may be up here. So whenever you start getting in your head, whenever you start feeling stagnant, whenever you feel like there's nothing moving the way you want it to move, start covering your head. Do your cleanses, cover your head, and stay away from people. Stop talking to people. And do it for do it either for 3 days, for 5 days, or for 7 days. 7 days is too much, they said. 3 or 5 days, that's it. One minimum. And when I say one minimum, I mean every form of technology in your home has to be off. Everything has to be off. Down to the Wi-Fi. Off. Okay? Because these are ancient ancestors that are saying this. This is like, there are too many earthly distractions. And it can, again, that could be something that could be holding you back from your blessings, all right? And or accessing your blessings, because some of you guys may have not accessed it through spiritual download yet, okay? What's going on here? What is the blessings that are coming in? We have the 5 of Cups here, and it came up in the reverse, okay? So the blessing is that you are going to finally recover from things that you've been disappointed from, And I'm also hearing some of you guys may have disappointed others or disappointed yourself, and you could be recovering from that as well. All right, some of you guys, this is the reconnection of a relationship, the King of Pentacles, reassociating with someone, reconnecting with someone, partnering with someone, making amends with someone. Taking care of your health, the Death card. Some changes here in regards to career, your finances. I heard financial reputation for Pentacles. The way you handle your finances, the way you hold your finances, the way you accrued your finances. Okay? Something is changing here. The way you structure or build something. This could be your home. This could be your health. This could be anything in your financial vision board. What's going on here? Show me the blessings that are coming in. The Tower. Okay, so the blessing is going to come with the ouch. And it's just because it's just one of those things where like, so because this doesn't work, I'm going to give you this, right? So because this happened, it's like, oh, perfect example. You know, when you go to like Starbucks and you tell them to make your drink a certain way, and they might miss something, and or they might put something in there that it's not supposed to be there, and then you end up telling them. And I'll give you a perfect example. The other day, I did because the s'more frappuccinos are out. I did a venti s'more frappuccino, okay, with Java chips in it. But they didn't put the Java chips. So I'm over here thinking like, yo, can you throw in the Java chips and it's fine. You know, I wasn't, hassling or anything like that. I said, but that's like my favorite part is the Java chips. I was like, can you just throw in the Java chips in? And she's like, oh, okay, cool. So, I'm sitting there, I'm waiting. And so she brings back a brand new drink with the freaking Java chips in it and the one that doesn't have the Java chips in it. And she says, do you want this one still? And I was like, I thought you were just going to throw in the chocolate chips. I didn't know you was going to make me a whole new drink, because if it was going to be like that, I would just, grab that one. But no, there's this energy, again, going back to the analogies. There's this energy of like, okay, because something is not exactly what is going to satisfy you. That same thing that was holding you back was not satisfying you. That was holding you back from your blessing. Now the blessing is that is going to be remade or personalized or tailored specifically for you. Okay. Even if that means that you're going to have two of something that isn't necessarily the same. Okay. But it's the exposure of like, oh, that's not going to work. Something's not going to work. Something is not structured correctly. So it has to be rebuilt. I'm hearing going back to the drawing board. The next blessing, the Lovers. Ooh, with a Tower there could be a shakeup in your love life. If it's not your love life, it's a major relationship in your life. When I say a major relationship, this is like one of those relationships like, this is something that you talk to this person all the time, or this is like where you have the root core of your memories is with this type of person, right? There's like a major shakeup here. What is that? Justice. And this could be right on time. This could be divine order. This could be order. The structure of major relationships that are imbalanced, that are unjust, that are unfair, or this is a shakeup. So this is something that you've been holding on to. So there's something that's changing to cause the shakeup of whatever you've been holding on to with these major relationships in your life, that may need to be restored in regards to morals, principles, values, just what's fair in regards to you. Okay, and then we have the Four of Swords. So this is a time of recovery. So this blessing is actually coming in the form of healing. This blessing is coming in the form of restoration, rectification, rectifying things for you. Tell them more in regards to these blessings. The Ace of Swords. There is some sort of truth that's going to come out. When I say truth, don't sit here and feel like, oh, that's because somebody lied to you, because it doesn't always have to be like that. It's like, it's more so Something is finally coming to light of like how somebody really felt, because somebody didn't say how they felt. Okay. Or this is like this energy of like the truth, like someone's true feelings, someone's true unsatisfactory emotions get revealed and exposed. The Ace of Swords is about breaking through some sort of stagnation, cutting through confusion, cutting through illusion. Basically, the truth is finally out. What's going on here? And this is a blessing. For the truth to finally be exposed is a blessing for you. Because again, going back to this was what was holding you back from your blessing. And then we have the Seven of freaking Pentacles in the reverse. The Seven of Pentacles embodies investments. It embodies something that is long term. This is like I'm saving every single week, every single month. This is like something that accrues interest. This is something that, you know, I've been doing this for years, right? But it is in the reverse. So something is like a stunted growth, lack of progress, lack of a loss of investment. Okay, and this is where the King of Pentacles is. This is what's being clarified. And so like the blessing here is that you can gain so much more with cutting your losses in regards to this. Okay. Then we have the 10 of Wands. Some of you guys, this death card energy is here. This transformation is here because there is not much more than you can hold on to. There's like, it's something has reached its finality, its completion. Okay. Its end. So something has to then transition into something else. So this is like an example of like, you know, after someone graduates high school, they have to go to college. After they graduate college, they either are going to go, you know, to get their masters or their doctorates or, you know, whatever, right? So they're going to go from undergrad to graduate school, right? And or they're going to go to this next thing to evolve, right? So like, you know, you have some musicians that will graduate to becoming actors, some actors that will graduate to becoming musicians, some people that are triple threats, quadruple threats, you know. There's like this energy of like something has reached its max out, like this max out age, right? Like, oh, you know, after this age, like you know, you can't have access to this program, or after reaching this much amount salary per month, you've maxed out, and so now, you know, you've no longer have access to, you know, low income resources because you're no longer considered low income, and that's a part of the motherfucking blessing. And so like now that you are no part of, like, you know, like, wow, you know, my income is way above, so now they're going to max out how high your rent is going to be to the highest amount. Why? Because now you are able to reach that frequency. This is a blessing. So some people will say more money, more problems. I would say more money, more investments. More money, more investments. More money to save and invest. More money to flip to make more money. Okay? So this is like something is transitioning, but it is because, again, what was holding you back was so overwhelming and so stressful that something had to change. Okay? Yeah, for some of you guys, you know, this could even be like a whole new change in regards to your weight. All right. This is like a transformation, a weight loss transformation or something like that. All right, Empress. Yeah, it's like it's like you had one body and now you have another. Like you had, You worked, and had one type of job title, and now you have another job title. You had one type of dysfunctional relationship, and now you have the healthiest relationship possible. The two of freaking cups here with the tower. Okay, that's clarified. That's where the tower is gonna hit. Either a relationship that you have very deep emotional connection to, like someone that you have a very deep emotional connection to, is gonna, there's a tower moment here. That's what's gonna bring the blessing is a tower, okay, in the relationship. And the tower is just gonna give you some sort of a revelation about the relationship, and or a soulmate contract, a soulmate dynamic. Okay, this could be a relationship that you're actually in romantically, and for others of you, this could also be because the Two of Cups is like friendships. Okay, because I don't have any Ace of Cups here, and I don't have any what would that be called? Partner cards. Okay, so this doesn't necessarily look like romantic, but everybody's different. For some of you guys, this could be like what you've been holding on to, and this is like wounds and things like that, or things that have something to do with like a maternal figure. Okay, something that was passed down, something that was inherited, something that was carried from the mother. Okay, 4 generations could be significant. All right, we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so I would say whatever the shakeup is in regards to relationships in your life, it's actually going to spark a really, really good one that's going to help you to have like be more confident, or tap into your spiritual-esque vibration. So this is being able to manifest and or being able to heal. Okay, very attractive vibes. I do feel like you're going to attract a major relationship after this shakeup with the Wheel of Fortune. It's something that's coming right on time, and it's your just due. This is your just dues. The star here. So this blessing is more so like everything that you were supposed to have is coming, and it's coming because of this shakeup. So there's a tower here for you guys. It really depends on your tower situation, because everybody's tower situation is going to be different. I'm going to pull some goddess cards for you guys and some messages for the Cosmic Records. Right. What's going on here? All right, so we have expect a miracle. There it is. Go outside. Leap of faith. I had that one. It's cute. It's like a little fairy. Okay, so take a risk. Stop playing it safe. Take a risk. Stop playing it safe. Take a risk. Stop playing it safe. Take action. All right. Go outside is giving you need some fresh air. Okay. You need fresh air because she's in the clouds. The chick here, she's by water. Okay. She has a crescent moon in her forehead. She has flowers all over. So you need to be around flowers. You need to be around the ocean. Preferably a pier, a rock, something like that. Because it's something like, let me show you. You see that? There we go. You see this little corner right here? Like the little rocks, right? Something like that. You need around something like that over there. Okay. That could be significant for you guys. You've been indoors for too long. That's for you. Okay. get some fresh air. So you guys, you've been doing like again with they said something about candle, right? Offering, something like that. Maybe you lit a spiritual candle, okay? Could have been a candle to Mother Mary, Guadalupe. You could have worked with Yamaya or Shun or Atabe, or Gaia, okay? You could have connections to the fairies, okay? Um, hmm, what else? Ooh, prosperity came out. Yes. Pouring into you. Be open to receive. You know how you need to be open to receive? You need to go outside. You need to go for it. Go for it. So I don't know. I don't know if that means like go outside, literally go outside. Some of you guys actually have to go outside. But this is like also the energy of like put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Whatever arena you are in, put yourself out there. If it is the music industry, put yourself out there. So that means figure out where out there is for you to put yourself out there for. If it's music related, if it's makeup related, then put yourself out there. What type of makeup do you want to do? Are you somebody that's doing the makeup? Are you doing lots of people's makeup? Are you doing high celebrity, high profile people that you could just do, one makeup look and then be done for the whole 3 months, for the whole year, right? Where are you at, okay, in regards to where you have to put yourself out there? Is it financial? Is it romantic? Is it family related? Is it personal, like personal evolution wise, like how you see? Is it yourself? Is it your self perception? Is it your look? What is that? What is that for you? Be open to receiving, because as you throw yourself out there, you're going to be able to start to receiving whatever you're asking for. Okay. What is this? I'm gonna go live on my other channel. I have sorceress. You guys, okay, so right now, this is the best time for you to be doing your prayer work. Okay? Whatever you want to call it. Your spiritual spoken words. Your spiritual spoken words, so that way you can create your best manifested life. Right? And so this is the best time for you to do your prayers, your mantras, your affirmations, over your candles, over your crystals, over your oils, over your bath. There's something about somebody needs to get new shoes or somebody has to cleanse their shoes. Okay. And that's crazy because I did pick that up too in regards to a spiritual foot soak, but I think that was the other channel that I picked that up on. So that could be significant. Yeah, we have Undying Love, and then we have Medicine Woman here. So you guys, you know what's holding you back? You were not healing from something. It was like you were self-sabotaging from something instead of healing from it, and or running right back into the cycle of the very thing that was hurting you. If that makes sense. Okay. Here we go. Akashic messages. Do I want to do this one? No, I don't want to do this one. Let's go with this one. I'll do some Akashic messages. See what comes out. And if you guys want a specific Akashic reading, like the full thing, just Akashic reading for you guys, comment down below Akashic reading. All right, this is just like a little taste, a little mini. And then I'm going to wrap it up and I'm going to go to the other YouTube channel. All right, what's going on here? What do they need to know in regards to the Akashic records? Their Akashic records, excuse me. What do they need to know in regards to their Akashic records? Their Akashic records only. Thank you. Autumn, Mars. Okay. So this is something that is about to happen. This has not happened yet, but this is something that is prophesized. Okay. So some of you need a personal reading in regards to what is about to happen between now and fall. Okay. The autumn. Your Mars placement could be significant. Mars transits could be significant between now and autumn. Okay. So they're saying that something is starting over in the present time. You are currently attracting something and it's coming in really, really hot. Okay. You might have a passion for this, a drive for this, an obsession for this. This feeds your vitality source. You've been taking action on this very thing. Okay. It is activating some sort of soul growth within you. You could have set some sort of new intentions as of recently because of this. They said you need to be in the energy or enter, sustain, stay in the energy of gratitude. Remember, are you guys really familiar with what gratitude is? Like, really? Right? Because there's a difference between this is making me happy right now, and now it's over, and now it's not making me happy anymore, right? Instant gratification versus this is going to make me happy every single day. It doesn't matter how often it happens, it's always going to make me happy. That is gratitude, right? And so what is always going to make you happy is the very thing that you have to take action on, okay? Because that's where the abundance is going to pour into your life. And that's where you have to be open to receive. This is where that proactive energy has to go. This is where you will get that tranquility. And I'm also seeing success. Okay, we have nurture here. We'll say, So for your Akashic messages, I'm seeing that you're someone that has to sustain and maintain your energy as a compassionate individual. Just because you're a compassionate individual doesn't mean that you are not able to show up with emotional boundaries, okay? You could be very protective in nature. Protect what you're trying to grow, all right? And we're talking about soul growth. So there's something happening, some sort of soul development, soul growth, soul maturity taking place within you. And to nurture this, you need to protect it, all right? These are your sincere feelings. So the Akashic records are revealing that right now, between now and autumn, things are going to get really hot, very fiery, very passionate, very driven, very obsessive, very like go, 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 right? And this, remember to grounding yourself would be being able to be in the energy of gratitude. Wow, I'm so happy that these things are happening this fast. This is not the time for you to be complaining because this energy is very hot. And so it can pull you into that type of vibe, but make sure that you go into a more warmer, softer effect, okay? Because there's someone that wants to take care of you. Remember, the Akashic Records is everything that was written for your life and prophesized for your life. And it is written there for a reason. And so that means that someone is supposed to come in and be that protective energy for you. But because you are protective and you may become defensive, this is another way that you can hold back your blessings. And so they want you to know, do not hold back your blessings, because between now and autumn, things are going to go really, 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 really fast. Okay? And someone wants to take care of you. Someone is sincere. There's love here and there's protection. Okay? Anything else? And we had a glimpse of family, but it went back in, so leave it. We have a distance. and separation. So yeah, some of you guys, you don't want to hear it, but you might end up being in a relationship with somebody else. And that don't mean that between now and autumn, you're gonna be in a whole new relationship and you're gonna be in a whole new home and things of that nature. But that does mean that at least there is again the tower that's gonna take place. The tower can possibly take place between now and autumn and or be wrapping up by autumn, okay? From what I'm seeing here. So there could be a day and time where you're gonna feel like you're gonna have to retreat, where you're gonna have to feel like you're gonna need some distance from people, okay? Whether this be physical or emotional, because everybody's different, especially after a separation. Some people grieve, some people celebrate. All right, so there's like, that energy. And for some of you guys that you're already single and like you're not necessarily committed to anybody, but you're like kind of assessing whether or not you're interested in anybody, right? This is like after the last tower that you had with that crazy shake-up relationship, right? There's one more shake-up relationship that you're going to go through, okay? And I don't feel like that one is romantic, but I feel like it's more like of an exposure type of thing. All right, there it goes, the 5 of freaking cups again in the reverse. Regret. And that's the truth. Someone regrets something very heavily. Someone could be in the energy of regret. You have the 8 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. Someone could be returning around between now and autumn. Someone could be preparing to return within the next 30 days. Okay. And if they don't show up within the next 30 days, they're planning to return. And between now and autumn, they shall be trying to connect with you. This is like they're showing up very charming, saying all the things, commenting all the comments, liking all the posts. Okay. This is someone that you've emotionally disconnected from. There's no emotional ties with this person. You don't, I wouldn't say that you feel numb, but like there's no emotional closure that needs to take place between you and this person. Like I'm saying, like the past needs to be in the past. Like it is what it is. Disappointment. What's going on here? Page of Pentacles. So when it comes to your Akashic records, I do also see notifications coming in really, 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 really fast. So this is either like a lot of notifications in bunches. And this is the reason why sometimes I leave my phone on vibrate. Because sometimes when I get like heavy notifications, it just keep going off, going off. And then like the ringer gets stuck sometimes. So it's like that type of energy. So it's like fast communication. So as soon as you send a message, you see the dots coming up and somebody's already messaging you back. This is like constant notifications. This is constant financial opportunities, and or constant assistance financially. Okay, financial rewards or assets, financial. This could be a new job, a new business endeavor, a new financial income source. Something about seeing your dreams come to fruition. This is that Mars energy, okay? Check your Mars placement, okay? Because this is where that attraction is. But you got to be careful with your anger. You got to be careful with your anger, okay? So I don't know if this is anger per se or like attitude or trigger, but let's see. What is this anger? Remember, the Akashic Records also talks about things that have happened in the past, And so maybe in the past you have ruined financial endeavors, opportunities, and things of that nature, or they were ruined because of anger, whether it be yours or somebody else's, right? The page is also someone that is learning, is an apprentice, right? So internships. So maybe you've lost internship opportunities and things of that nature because someone was angry with you, or someone was mad at you, or you were mad at someone else, or like you ended up like throwing in the tower because of some sort of anger. Don't do this. Don't feed into the anger negatively. Utilize that anger and fuel it and turn it into passion. Okay. There we go. Turn it into desire. Yeah. Turn it into ambition. Turn it into diligence. Turn it into like a bounce back type of energy. Anything else? And this is like another thing. Don't be afraid to be the apprentice. Don't be afraid to be the student. Don't be afraid to be the unpaid intern for a little bit. It could hurt your pockets for a little bit. It could be really irritating. It could feel undermining. It could feel undermining, especially if you're somebody like, oh, I've had this many years. I've had this job. I've worked for myself. I'm known for doing this and this and that look, or this project, or collaborating with this company, or I've been sponsored by this person, or I'm very well learned in this, or I'm certified in this, or just people know that like I'm good at this thing, and it could feel undermining to, have to start from scratch, have to start in a amateur position, but this is the very thing that's going to help you to continue to fuel your passion. So there's something that you can come in and do, partake in, create, have access to, that is this financial opportunity that will allow you to develop whatever the skill is for you. Because remember, you guys, all of you guys have different skills. Okay. I can make as many examples as possible as I can possibly channel while I'm channeling them, but I'm pretty sure I'm not channeling all of them, right? So for each and every one of you, so the Akashic Records is saying like, what really holds you back is the anger that is unhealed within you. Once you recover and rejuvenate the heart space to reset that anger, so that way there is no anger, there is no resentment, you're not being fueled by that. Because what ends up happening is if you're creating things and it's fueled by this anger or this resentment or whatever the heck it is, it could be grief, okay, whatever it is. Once you don't have it anymore and you healed from it, you don't have anything else to pull from. Where's your creative source? You get what I'm saying? It's almost like it's showing me like someone that masters in being able to teach all things. And now I'm seeing a mirror. Why are you showing me a mirror? Okay, maybe this is like someone that is like trying to do beauty work. Okay. And I'm not sure if this is beauty work in terms of healing the perception of self-image, or exposing the true face of people that hide who they really are. Okay. There's a lot of different things that are coming out right now that I'm seeing here. And there's like something in regards to you. When you come out, you're your authentic self. And so remember that, this is what it is. Don't fall susceptible to trends. Don't fall susceptible to trends, because it's like once a trend is done, there's going to be another one, but you might lose yourself, or you might lose the product the quality of something, the essence of something, the uniqueness of something, or just the passion and the spark is another thing. And I'm like, when you start to feel like you're a slave to something versus like, I love doing this and I could do this forever, versus like, all right, I'm so exhausted doing this. I can't believe I have to do this again. I'm so tired, and you're dragging your feet. And like, again, that goes right back to what they were saying about something has to finally change and end with the death card energy with the 10 of wands. That was very overwhelming, very stressful, rock bottom energy, so heavy to the point of exhaustion, and finally like your arms being numb and you have to drop it, right? So like, it's that type of energy, is recovering from financial burdens, okay, recovering from, unexpected things that will agitate you and piss you off, right? But always seeing that there's always going to be another blessing. There's something here that's coming in for you guys, and this is recognition. This is like, it might come in, it like vitality is like, it might come in so freaking fast. It's like, I don't know if some of you guys do things like online, or if you are, wherever you put yourself in, you put yourself around large groups of people, okay? But that's what I'm seeing. Because the star energy is not just like any random person. The star energy is a celebrity, okay? But this is almost like, don't be afraid of getting casted as an extra before you become that star, right? That starring role. Like, everybody had to, do that one TV show or that one commercial that they didn't want to fucking do. And they all have the same story. Yeah, I did that one thing and I just really didn't know, but I had to do it because at that time, this is what I was going through. And I'm so glad that I ended up doing it because now I'm here, right? So it's like that type of energy. Something like that's going to happen between now and autumn. Don't fuck it up. Don't hold yourself back because you get pissed off because something, and you call quits. Oh, I'm mad. I'm not gonna go over there because, or oh, that person don't fuck with me, and I'm not sure if I should go over there. No, 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 no. Do not let anybody's anger stop you. Do not let anybody's evil eye or wagging tongue. Don't let any of this energy, and don't let any of this challenging, combative, competitive energy stop you. Okay? Because that can actually stop you from being recognized where you need to be recognized. This is unlocking some sort of spiritual fortune, you guys. Last couple messages. Yeah, financial independence. The Chariot is here. Forward movement. The Magician. You guys are freaking manifesting this. And the Four of Pentacles came up again. And now this is like more so coming in. This is energy. This is quick. All right. So this has actually been coming towards you since June. Some changes have been occurring since June for you guys in regards to the accumulation of wealth, the accumulation of funds, the accumulation of money, resources, all right, and or time. So this is like having so much time or having so much money that now all you have is time. It's like, it's that. Like, you have time, you have more than enough time to go to this job, more than enough time to do the thing for the car. You have more than enough time, you have more than enough money to do like whatever this is, okay? Your intuition will let you know exactly who you would want to collaborate with, especially in regards to relationships. You need to listen to your intuition. You guys will start to receive a lot of intuitive downloads. You will start to experience new emotions and new feelings within the next 30 days. This is a newfound emotion. This is also a relationship that you could be, entertaining. Again, a lot of spiritual downloads within the next 7 to 8 days. So make sure that you journal, make sure that you meditate, make sure that you're praying, stuff like that, you're cleansing. You have your incense going. Make sure that you open the windows. You have the incense going as well. You have the Ace of Swords. What is that Ace of Swords? This is some information that you don't know about that's actually going to come to you through someone else. Someone's going to give you an idea. And that idea is going to be really good. And that idea is going to be a confirmation of something that is a spiritual download. That is going to steer you in the direction that you need to go to. Remember, that's steering you in the direction of what? Your blessings. The Ace of Cups is here with the Eight of Wands together. Some of you guys, you could be really shocked at someone extending an offer of wanting to be in some sort of relationship with you. And I'll leave it like that in general. Just like that. Because I don't know exactly what it's going to be. I am reading for a lot of people. So I will tell you guys right now what zodiac signs I see. Taurus, Libra, Earth sign female, Aquarius, Cancer. He's cute. He's like, he looks young for his age. He's attractive. And he says the sweetest things. Okay. Someone could be courting you. All right. This could be somebody from the past that's coming back around that you've emotionally disconnected from. So they will be saying certain things, and you may still think that this person's cute or attractive. So you may still, like this person. All right. We have witchy people. Okay. Those of you that learn how to manifest and or are doing manifestation work, you are here. We have a fire sign here. Ooh, we have someone that wants to hold on to you, that hasn't fully gotten over you, that wants to initiate something with you. And I don't know what this initiation is. This initiation could be anything between like this person feels like you're super duper sexy, and so they're gonna go ahead and comment under something or like something, or anywhere between like someone's gonna get like possessive about you, which is weird. So be careful with that energy too. Okay? Because again, that could also be that energy showing you, like whenever somebody's trying to get possessive over you, that means that's showing you the restriction. The restriction is what is not allowing you to obtain your blessings. So whenever you see the restriction, whether it is physical, emotional, psychological, and or spiritual, that's where you will be able to go ahead, deal with that, right? However, you have to clear the energy, protect that energy, or protect yourself from that energy, right? And then go full force again with your passion projects and things of that nature. Because some of you guys, you overthink a lot. And that's what has you so guarded in the first place. Some of you guys, you're still healing. And for others of you, you need to learn how to sustain high vibrations. It's like anger can like dip your vibration. Trust me, I'm still working on this myself. Anger can dip down your vibration. And just being angry just for 30 seconds, just for a minute, just for 5 minutes, yes, can feel like it ruins the whole day, but it could actually mess with your chakras. It could start revealing to you shadow aspects that you hide from yourself. So sometimes, experiencing this anger, honing in on it and meditating on it. What does that look like? Being angry. Allow yourself to be angry. Like, yeah, I'm sitting angry. I'm angry right now. It's okay for me to be angry. Why am I angry? What is my anger teaching me right now? Oh, My anger is stemming from what happened, who was involved, how did you feel? Were you able to express yourself? Did you express yourself? Were you heard? Did you feel seen? Did you feel respected? Were you able to communicate those things to that particular person or those people involved? Was it a safe space? How can you create a safer space next time? Right? All of these things, you are sitting and meditating in anger, but you're not reacting in anger. That's how you heal, my babies. All right. Comment down below. Let me know how that resonates, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.